Hello everyone, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Alexa Minton. I'm on our day after shift here after we had a really active overnight. You got to see the rest of the First Alert weather team in last night tracking those storms, but of course, you need someone to come in and do the morning shows when the storms are finished and everyone can go back and catch up on some sleep. So you get me today, unexpected, but I'm happy to be here. As always, guys, if you have a question, leave it in the comments. There's a lot to talk about weather-wise, but also I want to encourage everyone, if you know of any damage in your area, if you saw any damage, even if it's just a few branches in your yard, please comment it or you can DM it to me. My email's on the website. We want to try and track all those storm reports because when things like this happen in the overnight, we need to see those storm reports the day after, so now we can visually see the damage that system caused when a lot of people were sleeping in the overnight. But enough about me talking. Let's go right into our forecast, right? You can see downtown Lexington is not the only area that is currently seeing some drizzly skies. We've got this low-level cloud band kind of just hanging over the area. You can see Elizabethtown is a little bit better, but still some stratus clouds out in the distance. They were one of the areas that saw some of those really strong storms in the overnight. Here's a look at Mount Vernon. Some rain is hanging around for their cameras. Wet roads are going to stick around for the rest of our day today. I have to show you our WKYT tower cam because what it really is it's kind of not a full rain shower system here in Fayette County, but it is a system that's giving us a little bit of moisture just before it reaches the surface. So like kind of one of those, like I said, a low level cloud that's causing some pesky problems for our area, folks. So definitely make sure you grab your umbrella as you head out the door today. Here's a look at our radar. You can see Lexington, few pop-up showers just into Bourbon County and Clark County. It's headed into y'all in Nicholas County and Bath County. Some activity in southern portions of the state. Eastern Kentucky, I'm talking to Bell, Harlan, maybe even Letcher County are going to see some rain for our day today. Somerset, you guys have a few quick passing showers. I see y'all are joining me there. Same for you guys in Russell County. So it's an isolated chance for our day today, but look at those temperatures, 50 in Lexington, but you got the 48 in Mount Sterling. Between Lexington and Jackson, which is around an hour and a half, right? You go from 50 to 65. Talk about a temperature switch. That's that cold front, folks, pushing through our skies. Here's a look at our current severe storm reports. This is why it's so important for you all to share any damage. When we started our broadcast this morning, we didn't have any damage reported in Pikeville. Now you can see Pike County, Floyd County, it is really populated. They are tracking what looks to be, it is not confirmed yet, but looks to be a tornado went from Floyd County, Pike County into parts of West Virginia. Definitely did some damage for our friends at Floyd County schools. We were looking at some high school damage in that area, and a thrift store was also damaged. So that's why you guys got to send in your storm reports. You can send them our way. You guys can send them to the National Weather Service. You can see a lot of that damage, not populated along I-75, but really north along the Kentucky-Indiana border. Here's a current look at our radar. The system that moved over our skies didn't make it over the Appalachian Mountains. It just dissolved into some cloud cover for the Virginias. Now what we are seeing is some heavy rains pushing from parts of Alabama into Georgia. That's kind of the top edge of that is dipping into southern and eastern Kentucky. It's all part of the same line of storms. Caused some tornado warnings in Mississippi this morning. Definitely was problematic, but the good news is we're in the back half of it. For now, we're slowly but surely calming down. Here's a look at the Kentucky Mesonet peak recorded wind gusts. Fayette County, Franklin County, and Pike County, we all were pretty similar, 54-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Pike County, I think that's going to change for you guys because this is what the Mesonet said. But once we go in, I think they analyzed some of that damage from that quick passing storm that went through. Wouldn't be surprised to see those numbers in Pike County go up a lot for their recorded wind gusts. However, Western Kentucky definitely took the record last night. 67-mile-an-hour winds recorded by the Mesonet in Meade County, 62 in Crittenden County. I'm sure some of y'all woke up to those loud overnight winds. Today, things a lot calmer. In fact, all these light wind gusts, they're going to stick around the 20-mile-per-hour mark. It's nothing really bad. It's not damaging. It's inconveniencing, I'd say. Ladies, it's like a pull your hair back day versus leaving your hair down. And it's also ushering in some colder temperatures, which you saw on our radar. Hour by hour, I know McCreary County said, are we getting any storms? Yes, you'll get a few light showers, Sherry, as you go throughout parts of your afternoon. Here's a look at 12:30. You can see those light rain chances persist into the afternoon hours. Our temperatures are going to do their best to bump back up a little bit for our skies. We'll be like low to mid 50s in the afternoon, but that cold front eventually wins, knocking us down by the time we look towards 7 o'clock. 48 Lexington, 48 Cynthiana, 46 in Covington. Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but look at this start to your Tuesday. It's low 30s for our forecast. As soon as we take away that band of cloud cover, it's like we're taking off our blanket and we start to see some things get chillier. The good news is Tuesday's promising a lot of sunshine for our skies. You can see not a lot of activity, jump up to the 50s by the middle of the day. Then once we look towards 5 o'clock, you'll see upper 50s, low 60s for our forecast. Now, I know everyone is on edge about this system that's headed our way later for our week. Right now, today, I know it's kind of drizzly, isolated chance. It's one of our calmer days. Tuesday, we're mainly dry. Wednesday, during the day, we're dry. But Wednesday night, we're going to watch this system roll in. And look at this. We had that severe threat Wednesday night into Thursday morning. It sticks with us as excessive rainfall risks all the way throughout Sunday until parts of Sunday night. So for that reason, we've got another first alert weather day already queued up. It's going to last Wednesday through Sunday. We're talking numerous rounds of severe storms starting really Wednesday night. But it's the intense rainfall that's definitely raising the red flag, I guess you could say, for our area. Here's a look at our current severe risk for Wednesday. Again, those are the strong storms that'll come in the overnight. So you got some folks from Somerset joining us. Parts of Somerset are looped into this. This is similar to what y'all had for last night's storms. This setup kind of looks really similar. That enhanced risk scooping through parts of Pulaski County, Fayette County metro area, Danville, really Louisville, Elizabethtown, Bowling Green, Owensboro, a lot of western Kentucky, but not leaving out central and northern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky, y'all are at a slight risk, but we all know what that means because, again, we saw some substantial damage, maybe even a tornado once the NWS goes out to survey it in Floyd and Pike County. So that's why you want to make sure you're staying weather aware. This is the map that I think is scaring a lot of people, and I understand it's a little overwhelming. This is our 7-day rainfall forecast. Now, this is the extreme end of the rainfall forecast. It's saying we could get upwards of 7 inches in Lexington, maybe upwards of 9 inches in Lawrenceburg, Frankfort, parts of Louisville. I mean, Elizabethtown is close to 13 inches. Now, it gets a little bit less once you go towards Danville, Richmond, and a lot of those hard-hit eastern Kentucky counties, y'all can see they're around that inch mark, which is good because we don't need them to have anything else. Not that we don't want anyone to. Ideally, none of this would happen for us, but certainly we want them to, they're a little more flood prone. So we would rather an inch there than in Lexington. Definitely something to keep our eye out on. I'm worried about Mercer County. I know they're flood prone as well. They seem to be sandwiched right near, that 9-inch mark. So make sure you guys are staying weather aware for our weekend ahead. Here's again your look for your greatest threat for severe storms and flooding. That's going to come Wednesday through next weekend. You have the severe storm threat, with rounds of severe storms pushing in Wednesday night through Thursday, and then it continues as flooding rains. It's a busy forecast, y'all, so make sure you stick with WKYT the whole day long. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I know that there's a lot of you guys in watching the video. I always do my best to look at the comments. I said it earlier, if you missed it, please, 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 if you guys saw any damage in your area, take a photograph, send it to us, report it to the National Weather Service, so that way we can track any of that wind damage, severe thunderstorm damage, because we were jam-packed at the overnight with a lot of activity. So make sure you guys report your damage, so that way we can kind of analyze how impactful that system was, like what we're seeing in Floyd County and Pike County now. But stay safe, everyone. You get Chris Bailey back tonight. Jim should be in tomorrow, but I'll be with you guys for the CW. We'll be back to normal tomorrow, so stay weather aware, and thanks so much for joining.